This episode of C-Tally Run is brought to you by FitSock and MTech Results. Hi, I'm Olympian Carrie Tellefson, and today I'm doing strength training with Kirk DeWint at Lions Gym. So let's get after it. Why are we doing general strength training today, and how are you going to help me get this baby belly off and help me train for this marathon?
Oh, well, you know Miles are going to help get that off. No problem. You're worried about trimming up. It'll happen. By New York.
Yeah, well.
Twin Cities, you're going to be ready to go. But I think strength training for marathoners is actually very important. As runners, we run it kind of in a straight line. And often we forget about the lateral movement that supports everything else. And I think the biggest gift you can have is staying injury-free, especially when you're putting in so many miles. So really, I think strength training should be geared towards strengthening those supporting muscles, some of the things that tend to be weaker in runners, so you can actually endure the marathon. If you stay injury-free, that's the key.
So how are the exercises today going to help us with this injury prevention?
Yep, absolutely. Well, I think typically runners do anything they can to use their hamstrings and glutes less. You see all sorts of funny running forms out there. You've got people that run knock-kneed, they're pronating, they're supinating, they're doing the old marathon shuffle, which I think some people are used to seeing. So really, it's just about finding your stride and working on the things that are naturally weak. Right, so the first exercise is a single leg deadlift, focusing on the hamstring and the glutes. You always hear of people pulling their hamstring. It's because typically our quads are a lot stronger than our hamstrings. So as a runner, it helps have power there, helps have control and strength there. So what you want is you want to get on one foot here. Arm can hang straight in front of you. You want to keep your head and back in a good line. Other foot's going to come out. You're going to come down, keep a slight bend in your knee. You're going to feel a big stretch back there. And then back up just like that.
We have same arm, same foot, with the weight in the foot. And then we're going to slight bend. And just bend forward.
Bend forward. Try not to bend the knee too much.
Leg?
That's not so bad. You can just extend that.
Straight or
I like to have it come back. It doesn't really matter as long as you're keeping your back straight. Slight bend in that knee. You're almost going to feel like you're getting a hamstring stretch out of it.
Oh yeah.
And then pull right back up. Okay, next thing.
So next one.
Yes, we're doing a single leg bridge. All right. So we're going to lay on our backs on the ground.
Okay. Crack, crack, crack.
Right? No, I'm good. Are you good?
That was cracking everywhere. Old lady.
So hands at the side, just kind of stabilize. You can have one leg up off the ground. I don't like to really straighten it or anything, and just as long as that foot's off the ground. And then we're coming up and we're squeezing with our glute, coming all the way back down. Just barely let that butt touch the floor and come back down. Yep. And we're really looking to squeeze on top.
Okay.
So every time we do this, we're coming up, pausing with that squeeze, and back down. And really with this carry, the more you put into it, the more you get out of it. The more you squeeze, the more you benefit. All right, well, next I want to focus on your hip flexor. Basically, the insertion sort of into your pelvis, your upper quad muscles. If you lift your leg, you can feel that really flex. If you feel at the top of your leg, that is involved in every time you drive your knee. So to get a little more power in that, to help you become a more efficient runner, we want to strengthen that. Hip flexors actually get tired on people. They also get tight.
Right.
You ever suffer with that?
Yes.
So what I have is a banded knee drive.
Okay.
You can attach a band to anything that's stable.
Okay.
Which I have here. And what you want to do is you want to put your foot here in the band. You want to get that above your shoe. And then you want to lean against the wall, just like this. And then you want to dynamically drive your knee. So I'll show you what it looks like. It's going to look just like this, way up.
Oh, yeah.
Just like that. And you're really working on strengthening what drives that knee through in that motion. And you want to roll through these. I like to go for about half a minute on each side. So 30 seconds, which is a long time. Tell me when it starts getting tired.
I'm getting tired.
Right. So driving that. And then after you hit your 30 seconds, we switch sides. You go back and forth 3 times, taking minimal rest. So you're talking 3 minutes in a row of this. It's almost like doing like a little bit of an interval intensity.
So if this one's too hard, though, we can drop down.
Yeah, or you can actually just bring the band closer to the wall.
Okay.
But yep, you can change bands as well. All right, next we're going to do lateral lunges.
Okay.
No weight. Again, we're very straight oriented when we're running, so we want to work those supporting muscles, keep everything in line.
Be an athlete.
Prevent things like pronation and other things like that. Be an athlete. Yeah. Exactly. So lateral lunging, we're going to step to the side. We're going to stick that butt out, keep our weight on our heels. then push back to center. So we come to the left, we're gonna come left, stick that butt way out, get down, you're gonna feel stretching that inner thigh a little bit, push back to center. Then the other way, I'm gonna hit your foot down, and then back to center, just like that. And then you can just alternate sides, stepping back, pushing that butt way out, and driving back to center, other way, good. And then again, with these, I want probably about 20 each side.
Now, how slow? Is this a slow one, or do you kind of like to get the rhythm up?
You can get the rhythm up a little bit for demonstration purposes. We're slowing it down. You can also add weight to this one as well, but with all this stuff, I would start without weight. Next thing we're going to do is a side plank, which works on your obliques a little bit.
Nice.
We're also going to add a, right, post baby obliques.
Yeah.
And we're also going to add in a leg raise,
Okay.
which is going to work on that hip stability big time.
Okay.
You're almost going to feel it more in your hips than you are in your obliques. So we get down. Standard what I call side plank on the elbow, feet stacked, just like this. You don't want this hand touching the ground. And then what you're going to do is you're going to raise it up as high as you can. Don't let it touch that other foot or barely tap. And then back up just like that.
Bring it down
With
now.
this one, if you get to 12, you're probably going to be lucky. Us runners have weak hips.
Okay.
We really do. When you hit 12, switch sides.
So now what are we doing with this cool little step up?
We're doing hip hikes. It doesn't look like much,
Okay.
but it works those small intricate muscles that stabilize the hip. Again, hip keeps the knee in line, keeps the ankle in line, keeps you injury free, hopefully.
Huge, yeah.
Yep, so what you want to do is stand on an elevated, it could be a stair at your house, it could be a box like this. With this knee, you look at this knee is locked. You want to let this hip just drop. So you're basically popping your hip and coming up just like this. You got to crank through these babies. So we're just coming down, squeezing up. Big squeeze. And you want to go through 20, 30 of these on a side.
Okay.
Just that small motion, you're working all those supporting muscles. Again, strengthening what I call that hip girdle. You ready for the next one?
Yeah.
All right.
I'll watch you do them first.
All right, and then I'll put you to the test.
Okay.
Hanging leg raises. Simple. You see a lot of people do this in the gym.
Yeah.
It works your lower abs, which is what we want.
Yeah.
Again, I feel like those are very important when it comes to running. Again, supporting that hip joint and the girdle. And then those hip flexors get involved again, and we need those to be strong. So you can find an elevated bar. Maybe you could jerry rig something at home, but in the gym, what you want to do is you want to come up, grab the bar, and then hanging, legs as straight as possible. You want to raise them up, just like that, as high as you can, and then good control on the way down.
Okay.
And then raise them back up, high as you can, good control on the way down. If that's too difficult for you, you can bend the knees, come up and squeeze almost into an egg position. Yep, just like that. Just kind of crunch it in on top.
Because I'm pretty weak right now, let's do the modified. I like doing the hanging, bent knee, but let me see the modified version on the floor.
Yeah, modified on the floor. You can do this at home anywhere that you don't have a bar, or if that's too difficult.
Yep.
Just on your back. I like to put your hands under your butt just to stabilize your lower back. And then toes pointed, just raising up and down. Don't let those feet touch the ground.
Okay.
Keeping your legs as straight as possible.
Yeah.
It's always a good option. Takes a little bit of stress off of those abs and hip flexors.
Okay.
But still works you. So just like that.
So Kirk, you just kind of busted my butt now through, 7, 8 exercises. What's the last thing that you would do in the gym before you, took off for the day?
Yeah, I think upper body balance is important. We do use our arms, and our upper body do carry us, especially when we get tired. So end the workout with some push-ups, some pull-ups, or lat pull-downs if you can't do pull-ups, just to stay balanced.
Okay.
I think it's important to maintain upper body strength, so I'd want you to do some of that stuff too.
You're kind of bringing back some old school stuff with a little new twist.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's basic and simple, works for a reason. Yeah, and you can tweak things once in a while.
Okay, well, I know that we're airing this the same week that The Bachelorette is winding down. So can you tell us who your pick is for Des? That's the only thing I know is that Des is there because I have not been able to watch it.
Well, they just had hometown dates last night, which is when I got the axe. So I cried a lot last night. Are my eyes puffy?
Yeah, they are a little bit.
I was reminiscing. But I'm skewed because I know who wins.
Oh, you do?
So I have a very skewed viewpoint.
They let you guys know?
Well, no, we have the Bachelor community. We're gossipers. So who's my pick? God, I can't even tell you because then I'll ruin it for everybody. So
okay.
They're all great.
Okay, so where are we going to see you next? Are you going to be on the Bachelor Pad again or any of that
No,
stuff?
Bachelor Pad got canceled.
Oh, see how up I am on this stuff?
I am on the CW Twin Cities,
Nice.
a co-host there. And then if you want to find more about my training, you can go to kirk-dewint.com.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much.
Yeah,
and
of
hopefully
course.
next time you see me, I'll be flat belly and no baby bumps. So.
And just carrying that 100-pounder around like no big deal.
That's about how much Everett weighs these days. So thanks, Kirk.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks for joining me for Strength Training with Kirk DeWint. Get after it. Okay.
There's a 100-pound weight right here, okay? All I want you to do is pick it up and just carry it around the room for like 15 minutes, okay? So
I can handle that.
Right here. This is the true test.
Okay, ready?
Yep.
1,
I just want you to carry
2,
that baby around.
3. Oh.
Get it! All right, now just start walking around for a while.
I'm not moving anywhere.
Okay. I thought it was worth a try.
Hey, but if you take, let's see, where's a 30-pounder?
It's not quite as tough, but yeah, we have those.
So take this and try and run with that, and that's what I was doing just 6 weeks ago.
Really? So like something like something like this?
Yeah, exactly.
I think I could probably run a 7-minute mile like that.
Oh, that's the next episode with Kirk. I'm gonna make him run.
We're
with
gonna
that.
do it.
Thanks, Kirk.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, get after it.
You get after it. That was beautiful.
I don't know what I was doing there.